idea that they kind of picked and choose what was in the New Testament around that time, because you have Constantine orders the 50 New Testaments. I think it was like 350-ish AD, and that's kind of like when they're like, a lot of people say, hey, that's when the New Testament is finalized. They picked those books. Thomas was left out. The Apocalypse of Peter, thing like that, were just left out. So they only put in what fitted with what they wanted their beliefs to be.
Yep, that's true. I would say absolutely. That's today we call that peer review. If a bunch of people submit articles to a journal and they reject them, we wouldn't say, well, those scientists, they're just picking and choosing what they want in there. No, they're doing peer review. They're going through and they're looking at these documents and they're saying, okay, this one is not attested by any early church fathers. We have very little evidence for it. It contradicts what the earliest eyewitnesses said, like Paul. We don't see it until late 2nd century when it comes to Thomas. So we're not going to use it. They did peer review. What's wrong with that? Why is it bad when the early church fathers putting the canon together did it, but not bad when authors or editors of a peer reviewed journal do the same type of logic? And yeah, it took a while to get the canon right, and I'm glad it did, because I didn't want them to just throw a bunch of stuff in there and hope it works. I'm glad it took a lot of years and debate to figure out what are the most reliable and earliest documents we could put in there.
You think it's possible that the people who they made any mistakes? Like, there's a book that is, I can't think of any books that are similar to like the content of the New Testament that are claimed by the authority of impossible. You think it's possible that any books were left out of the New Testament by maybe not mistake, but they just left them out?
It depends on what we think we're trying to do. If we were trying to look for every possible inspired document, I don't think that's what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to canonize the faith. What do we believe and what do we teach? Here are the documents that show what we believe and what we teach. Could some have been left out? Maybe the Shepherd of Hermas would have helped. I don't think so. Maybe the epistles of Clement of Rome might have helped. Maybe, you could have included them. He was a disciple of Peter, but it wasn't necessary. They're just trying to give you what they believed. And I think they were being quite inclusive. They included all the early gospels that were available. 4. There isn't any evidence any other early gospels existed. They included all the gospels that were from the 1st century.